Well, hello lads, I welcome you all to a continuation of our Shattered Time Rewind series. I will take a quick sip. Let us continue. I always thought Amy was very strange, but it's kind of weird hearing someone talk about her like this. The general consensus was she was a creepy weirdo to avoid at all costs, but not for Natsuki. I hadn't thought of it that way. That probably goes for me as well, since most people tend me to avoid me like the plague.
Oh, they do not. What about that one girl, Mio?
Okay, aside from her, she's just a friend of mine, that's all.
Just a friend.
What was that?
Nothing at all.
Anyway, aside from her, almost everyone keeps their distance from me. I'm a bit surprised you're not one of them, if I'm being honest.
Oh. And what do you mean by that?
I'm just saying I'm a little surprised you're not among the many students who seem to think I'm too creepy or dangerous to walk up to and shoot the breeze with.
Hey, I'm free to think whatever I want about whoever or whatever I want. I'm not like some people who hate on something just because it's popular or trendy.
Ah, yes, the new trend, hate on Atazoth. Well, that's good. We could use more people like that in the world who aren't just a bunch of sheep following along with whatever they are told.
Hell no, am I ever going to be somebody's sheep? I can't stand someone telling me what to think or feel.
I guess that's one thing we have in common. Natsuki falls eerily silent after I say that. I'd like to think I'm still on her good side, but with someone like her, it's hard to get a good read on her.
This whole thing,
I'm jolted out of my thoughts when she started speaking again.
it just feels unreal.
Yeah, losing someone important can have that effect on you. Honestly, I don't think it's ever something that completely goes away. Whether it's my grandma or Kotonoha. It's still hard to believe sometimes that they are not here. Especially when it's something like with what happened to Kotonoha. That's what hits me the hardest. Did I seriously just say that all to her out loud?
True. Considering what happened to Amy, it just feels like more of a shock since it wasn't something like cancer, leukemia or whatever.
I know I shouldn't laugh, it's just so random.
She seriously took her own life. And just before her birthday too. What was she thinking?
Yeah, just like she did, almost a year ago. We both fall silent and can't bring ourselves to say anything until the bell rings and the wild stampede of students make their way for the door. I guess it's time to go home.
Yeah, I guess it is.
I can feel the dread in her words. That's when I remember her psychopath father. I feel my mouth move on its own as I blurt out the first thing in my mind. You got my number, right? If you want to talk or anything, come around. God, why did I say that? The amount of cringe in those words. Natsuki, for whatever reason, doesn't seem to take it that way.
Yeah, I got your text last night. I'm the one who gave you my number first, you dummy. You haven't bothered texted me at all.
Well, give me some time here. I still don't know when's the best time for you or anything.
Well, as long as you're not texting me in the middle of class, my whole schedule is open. Oh, and whenever I'm not eating or spending time with my dad. Otherwise, I'm not going to answer back right away. I try not to be like those that leave people on red.
Man, okay, that's some personal hate. Natsuki out here is probably meaning someone specific. Like, damn. You could just feel the venom in those words. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. As I'm walking out, she tugs on my sleeves just like last time. I could have stopped on a dime as she did that. I turn and look at her.
One last thing. You're not creepy or whatever else you said people think about you. If any girl tells you that you're creepy, they're just doing that to make themselves feel better.
Before I can drum up some retort, she shuffles past me and proceeds to walk away without looking back at me. That was random. I never really gave it too much thought whenever some girl called me weird or creepy, but... Well, whatever. Now I get myself together and continue my long, lonely walk down the hallway. Just finished having dinner and now I'm tackling today's homework, although it's not long before my mind wanders. You know what? Screw it. I decide to take Natsuki up on her offer and text her. Sure enough, it wasn't too long after I got a reply back from her. While I'd like to make sure her dad isn't hurting her or anything, I figured that I really don't want to overstay my welcome with her. Besides, She's only just recently decided to open up to me. I don't want to scare her off with my knowledge of the future or whatever. It's kind of weird seeing her talking in all these cute emoji language, but then maybe this is what she's really like behind closed doors. If that's the case, then I must be seeing a side of her she rarely shows anyone else. In between my homework, I send her replies here and there. Admittedly, the assignments are boring as all hell, so it's not like I'm really working on them that much. Talking to Natsuki seems very therapeutic. Shut up, phone. Wah. As stupid as it sounds, I feel a lot more relaxed talking to her about whatever silly little thing she's going on about versus working on this stupid crap. At this point, I'd rather just tell the teacher to put an F on this paper and let me go home. Yeah, then again, it's almost the end of the school year. What's the point of making us do any of this stuff again? I'm most tempted to try going through her dad again, but then Natsuki is kind of right here texting me, so awkward much? Then again, it's not like I can straight up ask her about her inner darkest secrets of the bat. It would still be kind of strange reading it while I'm texting her though. Didn't you say that you wouldn't do this? Ah, bloody hell, Atazoth. Fine, I decide to just take a look anyway, and there's no new entry for today. Maybe she usually writes them before going to bed. And maybe she's too preoccupied to write anything at the moment. She stopped replying to me for a moment, so I think I'm going to skim through some older entries for a bit. Okay, this one seems a little interesting.
December 17, 2017. It's kind of weird how Yuri and I have practically been neighbors for so long, but we don't really know much about each other. Okay, sure we talk to each other now and again, but I don't think I could have a full conversation with her or anything. Aside from us coming from two different worlds, she seems to keep to herself a lot, so I'm not going to pry anything out of her. We used to talk a lot more, but that hasn't been the case lately. Maybe she doesn't like talking to me anymore. Her cousin Kotonoa, on the other hand. God, where have you been my whole life? She almost seems too good to be true. For one thing, she's like a regular Martha Stewart when it comes to baking. You introduced us not that long ago, I really hit off. I do not get this reference, I'm sorry. Apparently she was interested in meeting me after you mentioned me randomly. Well, I'm wondering what exactly she's been saying about me. I won't question it since I finally have someone I can talk to on a personal level. They might look similar, but their personalities couldn't be different. Kotonoa, or Koto as she says I can call her, is a lot more outgoing and talkative. Nothing against Yuri, but I feel like I can get to know Koto a lot more. It's like I can talk to her about anything. And she's not going to judge me or think I'm some little kid or whatever. As stupid as it sounds, Koto almost feels like the sister I always wanted but never had. She invites me over this weekend to bake some special Christmas cookies. I love to be able to spend the whole day with her, but you know how that is sometimes. Still, I'm not going to turn this down. Hell yeah, I'm in.
So that's around the time they met. Interesting. That definitely sounds a lot like you, Koto. I was never really the best at baking, at least not on my own anyway. Sure, I baked things with my mother sometimes, but it was only when she asked me if I wanted to help. Koto used to talk about baking here and there, but there never was really anything I could add to those conversations. I'm glad she was able to find someone she could talk to about all that stuff after all. And yet, I closed the book and put it back on my nightstand. No, I don't want to think about it right now. Not when I'm starting to feel a lot better now. I get a notification on my phone.
Hey, it's getting kinda late and all. I think I should go to bed soon before my dad has a call. Talk to you later, okay?
Yeah, I guess it is kind of late now, isn't it? Geez, it's already after midnight. How long have you been at this? Oh well. I quickly type out a response to her. Alright. Yeah, it's after midnight. Okay, see you tomorrow. I'm probably not going to be as awake when I get to school, but I'd like to think it was worth it to get to talk to Natsuki. I haven't had anyone I could talk to like this in a long time. Not since... Stuff is going way too well. When is it going to go wrong? That's all I'm waiting for right now. Homeroom is here again, and surprise, it's another free period. Well, whatever. It's been a few days since Natsuki and I started talking more. It seems like we finally really hit off. Natsuki seems to be doing fine. Sure, she's still sad about what happened to Amy, but that's understandable. There have been a few times the last couple of nights where she's texting how she was this close to crying. Sometimes I wish I could tell her what I know, but then there's no telling what would that do to her. Not only that, but seeing how much she trusts me, it would probably destroy her inside knowing I played a small part in Amy's death. Even with Yuri's logic, the fact remains that Amy only did that because I called her. With the school year almost over, I'm not even sure how well I'm going to be able to keep in touch with Natsuki when all is said and done.
Something on your mind?
What? Gee, she really should stop doing that. I turn around to see a puzzled look on her face. No, what makes you say that?
You mean aside from how you haven't turned around at all to say hi to me, or how you've been sitting there with this dumb look on your face for the last 10 minutes?
Why don't you tell me how you really feel? To the untrained eye, it might seem like we're hating on each other a bit, but in actuality, this is what our friendship has turned into. We've gotten a little more comfortable with each other to where we can joke around like this. I know she's not doing it to be intentionally, to be a jerk to me, and I return the favor to her in kind.
For real though, what's going on with you?
I was just thinking out how we are this close to graduation time. It feels like hardly any time went by.
Tell me about it. I don't know what it is with time just speeding on through lately.
Could be worse. You could be stuck in some stupid time loop with no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's oddly specific though. Ah, yes. But... oh yeah, so why not? I just blurted that out. She can write that off as a stupid joke, but I have to watch myself next time. I ought to change the subject a little. So, what are you going to do after we graduate?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I just figured I'd try to get some kind of job somewhere to help out my dad.
How's it been for you all?
Well, he was actually let go from the job he already had for one.
The hell?
Yeah, exactly what we needed to happen, right? He's been looking around, but he gets so fed up every time they reject him.
Understandable. Who would want to be rejected over and over again?
Although, this stays between you and me, got it?
Got it.
I notice him going out late at night. He never says anything about where he's going. One time I asked him, and he just said, I'm going out, so don't wait up. Yeah, like that's not going to make me worry or anything.
Yeah, I don't even know where to begin with that.
I do. I hope I'm wrong, but I have a feeling he's gotten mixed up with some bad people.
My eyes widen.
Yeah, I really hope I'm wrong though.
Yeah, no kidding. I never thought things would be that bad though.
Yeah, well, compared to before, it hasn't gotten any worse. Surprisingly, he's calmed down a bit, but he used to be something else. I'd be afraid to even be in the same room as him whenever he was stupidly drunk out of his mind. I'd rather not even get into it.
Think out the diary, she never mentioned anything specific about what he did. At least not in the entries that I read anyway. Do I even want to know? Sounds like you had a lot of issues with your dad then. Natsuki not sadly, not even look at me. That's something else we have in common. Her head perks up and her eyes dart at me.
Oh, I had no idea.
Don't sweat it. Isn't something I go around telling everyone anyway. Whatever the case, I bet it's kind of the same with you. Natsuki hesitates for a moment before speaking.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm not even sure how to respond to that, or if I should respond at all. I know she wants to talk about it more than she already has, so I think about something else I can talk to her about. I glance at the clock. The school day is almost over. I'm shocked at the next thing I say to her. You doing anything this weekend? What did I just say about blurting stuff out? She has this deer in the headlights look when those words leave my mouth. Oh, look at it. I should probably get going here. Sorry, we can continue talking about whatever. Whatever we are talking about.
Not really.
Huh?
If you're going to ask me out, at least put some backbone into it.
The hell? Who said I was asking you out?
Whatever you say. Anyway, I think I'm good for Saturday.
Oh well, okay.
What do you have in mind? Let me guess. I didn't think you'd get this far, did you?
What? No. Kind of, actually. I mean, I did just blurt it out without thinking. Oh, I accidentally clicked on settings. How about a walk in the park?
Isn't that what you're supposed to do on the way to the actual date?
I didn't say it was a date. And could you cut me some slack here? I didn't think you'd actually agree on this. A toast to me and my big mouth for even causing all this. How about eating at a restaurant or something?
Just so very clear, we're talking about an actual restaurant here, right? You're not going to just take me to some cheap place that just barely passes as a restaurant, are you?
No, but I can't exactly treat you to some fancy place where the food and atmosphere cost more than I do either.
As long as you don't take me somewhere like Pistol Pete's Pizza with that creepy animatronic cowboy mascot, then I'm fine with just about anything.
Great. I mean, that works for me. Ah, yes. Atazoth, the nonchalant shell guy. Good job, man. Totally smooth.
After that, maybe we can go for a walk in the park or whatever like you wanted to.
Could you drop that already?
Afraid not. Alright, then I guess that settles it for our date.
Our date? It's not a date. As if on cue the bell rings. After the horde of wild animals clamor for the door, Natsuki nonchalantly walks out into the hallway. I guess Natsuki is a chill guy as well. Just as I'm getting out of my seat, she calls out to me.
We can work out the details later tonight, right?
Yeah, I'm most likely going to have to run it by my mom, just so she knows what I'm up to and all.
Yeah. I'm going to have to figure out how to get this by my dad.
Before I can respond to this, she turns around and continues walking. Given what I know about him, I'm not sure how her dad would even respond to this. Okay, is my mom going to respond to this? Well, this is going to be fun. Wait, what's today anyway? After a whole Taranka's business, I've just lost all sense of time. I quickly take out my phone and look at the calendar. What is today? It's Friday. It's tomorrow. How do I get myself into these messes? Alright, looks like I have less time to work with than I thought I did. Okay, well, first things first, I'm going to tell Mom about this. I can already think of a few ways this could go. Nothing I'm looking forward to in particular either way though. Maybe if I'm lucky, she might have some useful advice for me. I never did this with Kotonoa when I had my chance. I definitely don't want to mess up anything here. Time to face the music. With that I fumble with the lock and then I gently open the door. No gently opening doors, please. June 8th, 2019. Today's the day. As per my mom's helpful advice, I'm out in front of the place early so Natsuki can spot me. I take a pendant I get from Yuri. If she and Mio can wear those rings like fashion statements, then why not me? I don't know why, but it just felt like it was a good idea. Those rings, I'm afraid of them. There is no way. Like, I would be happy if it all just went smoothly. Happy. Yay, good stuff. But I doubt that. After talking with Mom, I texted Natsuki and we worked out the details. It seems there was a place she wanted to check out around here. She agreed to meet up sometime close to the afternoon. While Mom did kind of blow things out of proportion as I expected, she was actually helpful with her advice. She also seemed happy that I was doing something aside from being all mopey and depressed in my room. Not only that, but actually talking to a girl on top of that. I know, right? I felt kind of bad when she told me it bothered her that she couldn't do anything to get me out of that funk, but then I told her it wasn't her fault. It wasn't anyone's fault. It's just something that happened. Sup? What the? God, I wish she'd stop doing that. Nearly gave me a heart attack.
Well, that's one way to greet someone, I guess.
Oh, sorry, how long were you there for?
Not too long. I just got here, actually.
It's a bit strange seeing her in something that's not her uniform. You good every MC, stop doing that! I think at some point Natsuki noticed me staring at her.
Hey, I see Atazoth. You better not make this weird or anything.
I'm not. I'm just not used to seeing you dressed like that.
Ah, but expecting me to be like some cartoon character wearing the same outfit all the time?
What? No.
Anyway, since we're already here, let's go inside already. It's so stupidly hot right now.
You get that right. As she makes her way to the entrance, I pull open the door for her.
My, you're quite the gentleman after all.
She gives me a coy smile as she walks inside. I follow in right after her. We're blasted with cool air from the AC the moment we step inside. I take a look around. It's a pretty decent place. It looks nice, but not. I'm wasting a fortune just standing here nice. Uncle Mugens, woo! The goat of DDLC mods and their backgrounds. Like, most backgrounds, you can bet that it's either Uncle Mugen, Kimagure After, or Wretched Team. Like, those are the three goats of DDLC modding backgrounds. Mom was more than happy to set aside some money for both me and Natsuki, just as long as you don't go too overboard, as she put it. We go and choose a table, kind of to the side. So you know what you want?
I don't really know the menu to this place, so I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I haven't been here before, so I guess it's going to be new for the both of us. It is a ASMR. I look around and notice more people are starting to pour in. Looks like we got here just in time.
Yeah, from what I've heard, these places downtown get crowded really quick around this time on weekends.
Ah, so we planned ahead.
You got that right. If I can, I'd rather avoid having to deal with a crap ton of people.
You and me both. I don't know what it is with me and crowds, but I try to stay away from them as much as I can.
Is that why you wait for everyone to leave the room first before going home?
You noticed that?
Kind of.
Yeah, it's something like that. It is I'm looking over the menu to get familiar with what they've got. It's not long before the waiter stops by and we found my order. I order some kind of chicken pasta and Natsuki, interestingly enough, does the same. When we're done ordering, I reach for my wallet and out my card. But there's a single ticket.
Man, what are you doing?
Don't worry, it's on me.
Come on, at least let me pay for it.
Like I said, it's on me. At least from what my mom told me, it's only fair that I pay for the both of us, since it's the gentleman thing to do. Natsuki still looks upset as my card gets charged and handed back to me. It's alright.
Fine.
She got this defeated look on her face as I put my wallet away. It's at that moment where I realize I don't know what to do now. Am I supposed to talk to her about something? Like, what even do I talk about? We sit in agonizing silence as we nervously glance between each other and the environment around us. Come on, at least try to say something to her. So,
Not totally what I expected it to be, but it's okay.
Huh?
This place, I mean. Not the date, of course.
Oh, right. And I thought I said it wasn't a date.
Well, it feels like one to me. You know, just the two of us here at a decent restaurant. The fact we're both struggling to say anything to each other and it's awkward as hell.
Oh, great. You noticed that? And I noticed it's time to go. So, I'm sorry lads, but we'll have to end it here. But, do not fret, the next episode will come out immediately tomorrow because it's Christmas soon, at least here in Czechia, on the 24th. So I'm not recording on that day. Not even because it's Christmas, but because my brother will be over. And, you know, I don't need him to see DDLC and what I do, you know. It's nothing I talk about with usually no one IRL. So, yeah, no need to start. So yeah, I hope you'll enjoy the episode. Press like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye!